ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, men, women, and children of all ages, welcome back to the fantasy baseball series that I'm running on my channel. Today, we're going to be talking about second baseman, one of the thinnest positions this year, and a position that a lot of people are really going to need help with in making draft choices. So we're just going to go over some guys, and I'm going to let you guys know what I really think. Some guys that should be drafted a little higher, some guys that should be drafted lower, and we'll just get right into it. So, Robinson Cano, I've already gone over all his projected stats and stuff. His projected stats are pretty good. Expect this not to be at 23. Expect it to be higher. But he's going to have a pretty decent season. He's definitely a good choice for your number one second baseman. Although if some of these other guys are still available, you might want to consider drafting him above Robinson Cano, because I don't know if Robinson Cano is really going to be able to perform as well in the Mariners ballpark. And this number two guy, this is the guy that I really like. This is the guy I'm going to try to target in the draft. Jason Kipnis, second base. He's projected for 18 home runs. I'm projecting him for about 20 and about 30 stolen bases, as well as probably maybe 90 RBI. Jason Kipnis is a guy that I think is going to silently have a very solid season. And I think he really is going to be a breakout star this year, and that's why I'd take him over Robinson Cano and all the rest of these second basemen. But then we come down to the number 3 second baseman, Dustin Pedroia. Perennial great choice, 16 home run projection. I think he might be able to reach that. I don't know though. 76 RBIs. I'm good with projecting him for 76 RBIs, as well as maybe 20 stolen bases, average around 300. He's a very good choice for number 2, possibly number 1. He makes a run for that. But then that's really where the talent starts to drop off from those guys. Ian Kinsler, I don't think he's going to have a 17 home run season. I think Ian Kinsler, you're looking more about 10 home runs, still about 20 stolen bases, and probably around 70, maybe 60 RBI. I feel like Kinsler isn't going to be the best choice for you, especially because he's going to be in Detroit. I don't think he's going to adjust to Detroit well. And then we got that dude, Brendan Phillips, who's projected to be the number 5. Oh, I should probably say. Ian Kinsler, I'd say take him more as like the 7th, maybe 8th second baseman. I've seen him drop pretty far in drafts. Then we go with that dude, Brendan Phillips. 18 home run projection, spot on. 11 stolen bases, probably 10, but that's just little things. Maybe 100 RBI season again. That's a possibility. He's definitely a solid top 5 second baseman. Ben Zobrist, 16 home runs, 82 RBI, the average. This guy, Ben Zobrist, definitely another top 5, especially because he can be second, short, and outfield. 2 of the thinnest positions, second and short for Zobrist. So that makes him a really solid choice. Then we go to Matt Carpenter, second and third. This makes him another really, really valuable option that he could play second and third, because third base is also pretty thin, and Carpenter is going to have a great average. He's going to drive in quite a few runs, but he's not going to have the home run totals or the stolen base totals that a lot of these other guys are going to have at second base. So that, for me, makes him a top 10 candidate, but not a top 5 candidate. Then we move down here to Jose Altuve. He's not going to hit a lot of home runs. He's not going to drive in a lot of runs. He is going to get a lot of hits, though, and he is going to steal a lot of bases. So Jose Altuve, again, he's not going to be great, but he's a top 10, not necessarily a top 5, though. Chase Utley, I would just disregard him, let Chase Utley fall. I feel like he's going to have an injury-ruined season, and he's not going to perform at all. I wouldn't even bother drafting Chase Utley. He's a waste of your draft pick. And then we get down to here, where these are some of the later round guys that are going to go. Aaron Hill, 17 home run projection, 10 stolen bases. I don't know about Aaron Hill. He could really go either way. Martin Prado is a guy that if he's still on the board and you're looking for a second baseman or a third baseman, definitely take Martin Prado. Expect these home runs to be about 15 or so, probably up from 12. Expect him to have quite a few more RBIs than they're projecting him to have. Martin Prado is a guy I can really recommend that you draft, especially if he does go as like the 11th second baseman or something. You could pick him up a second, third, either one of your real flex spots. You could play pretty much anywhere you need him to. Daniel Murphy, he's a decent choice. I would say he's more of a last resort choice, because you've got these 3 guys really. Jurickson Profar, Jed Jerko, and Jed Lowry are the guys I would like to talk about now. Profar, he's quite possibly going to have one of the best breakout seasons out of any of the young stars. He only played about half a season last year, and in that half season he hit 6 home runs with only 2 stolen bases, 63 strikeouts. You can see all these stats. I'm projecting him to probably hit around 280 with 20 stolen bases, possibly even 20 home runs, and expect about 60 to 70 driven in, especially because they've got Fielder in the lineup. We got Jed Jerko, who had a great rookie campaign, and if you're really looking for like a budget second baseman, if you're looking to draft other guys higher and get your second baseman really low in the draft, highly recommend Jed Jerko. He's probably going to hit 25 to 30 home runs. He's not going to steal a lot of bases. He's going to drive in a lot of runs, though, in Petco, and he's not going to hit for average, but he's going to do pretty good. So I would highly recommend Jed Jerko as a huge breakout star this season. And if you've got a guy that you're expecting to come up, like maybe an Alcantara for the Cubs, or maybe a Baez who could potentially be shortstop or second base, I'd recommend picking up Jed Lowry just for the first part of the season, because he proved that he could be pretty hot in the beginning of last season. So Jed Lowry is definitely a guy you should consider picking up. He had 15 home runs last season. Most of those were in the first month of the season, though, I think. And he's probably going to hit 20 home runs this season. He's going to do pretty good. But overall, out of these top 15, I would go Jason Kipnis, Dustin Pedroia, Matt Carpenter, Jed Jerko, Jose Altuve, Jerickson Profar, Jed Lowry in combination with another guy, Martin Prado, and then Ben Zobrist. And that's pretty much the guys that I would really consider drafting out of this draft pool of second baseman. It's not really strong, it's not really deep, but those are some pretty good ones. Like, this is your best deep find here, Jed Jerko. He's going to do pretty darn good. So he's going to be the golden guy if you don't get one of these few guys up here, like a Jason Kipnis, a Dustin Pedroia, a Ben Zobrist, a Matt Carpenter. If you don't get any of them, Jed Jerko is definitely a budget pick. So I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Please leave a like rating if you did enjoy it or found any of this helpful. Leave a comment down below letting me know what you guys think, and subscribe for more awesome content. I am out. See you guys later.